Welcome back to Dubbzi Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego. Over the past couple of updates, we've been working on the Old Wayne Terminus here. We've brought it over to the raised platform area, and we're actually going to be making it a functional subway stroke train station. Now, I want to start work on the building and also the platform that goes along the edge there for the main train line, or the raised train line, sorry. But what I need to do is work out exactly where it's going to come to on the raised train line. So I need to reconnect the track over there, bring it along the back of the docks and then back round. So that's what we're going to be working on in this update. You're going to have a bit of a tidy up as all the bricks from this raised platform destruction are all over the place, but also it'd be nice to get the raised train line back around this part as well. So without further ado, let's have a bit of a tidy up and let's get that train line all back in place. And there we have the train track around the back of the docks area, and it comes all the way round to the raised platform. So I just need to do some support pillars in the water just there to help take the weight of it. And I'm thinking about putting one in the middle and then just doing a different style just here. So it'd be the same as that one there. We'll go there. I'm going to have a building along this part just here, I think, and it's going to come onto the raised platform. So again, the building can help take the weight of the train line just there. Now, on the back of the docks area just here, I have checked, and the Arkham Asylum van, that does fit if I was going just under there. However, if there's a taller vehicle, like a truck of some description, then it might hit the railway lines. I'm just going to remove the art plate on the docks area just there and make it so the road goes up from the road down the bottom here. But that's something for a future update, but it is something that I will be doing. But in regards to the train line, this is where the actual platform will start, and it will go this way. And then from about here onwards, I can then do any building going up. So I just need to work out what I'm going to do on the top of the train station just here. Do I have the glass going all the way along, or do I stop at some point? These are decisions I need to come up with pretty soon, so I know how to go forward with the build. Here we have the train track, and it's gone all the way around and heading back down the main street towards where the train station will be. Now, one thing I do need to do at some stage, and I may even have a go at it now, is looking at the support struts. We've got these ones that we previously designed, and I'm happy with them. However, one thing I did always want to do is have it so there was an archway going over the top of the train line. So that's just something I might experiment with in this in the next sort of like day or two, but it would be quite good to have something like that. And then if I did ever want to have a higher train line or a monorail up higher above this raised train line, like you see in Batman Begins, then we could do so. Now the train line is going to carry on down here, get to where the drop ship is, then turn right and go onto the raised platform. So I'm just going to have a little think about the designs I could come up with for the supports, but we'll carry on building the train track and get that all connected to the far end. And there we have our revised raised train line supports, and really happy with how these have come out. Feel like it's got a real Gotham-like feel to it. I'm going to put a few more details on there. I've left some snot bricks down the bottom there to add some details. Any studs that are exposed, they will be all tiled off eventually. And again, at the top here, we've got some brackets to put some more details up there. And I may even put a statue or something in the archway on there. I'm not sure just yet. The other part that I need to order in are a load of these pieces just here to go on all of them as well. I think that's a nice finishing touch as well. But yeah, all in all, really happy with how that's coming out. I think once I've got the bridge along the top there and some tall buildings in here, it's going to look really cool having those arches on there. So I'm really glad we've gone down the route of putting those on. And there we have the last three main support pillars for the raised train line all in place. And I've just got to do a couple of small pillars just on the corners just to give it that little bit more support and strength where it's going to need it. But the problem I have at the moment is I have run out of curved train track, and I still need to connect these two tracks up here. So a couple of these lengths of straight will be going, obviously. But I'm using track on the bottom and the top of the raised train line to give it strength. So I've got a bit of track at the bottom, then some bricks and plates, and then another one on the top compressed together, and it feels nice and strong. So yeah, I just need to get some more. And I think I'm going to need one curve coming this way. So that'll be two pieces, one on the top and bottom, and then one once it reaches here, because that'll be on the platform. So we only need the single piece. So that's three pieces I need. I've got this stuff here, which is the equivalent of two. So what I might do is swap that over for some of the track down the bottom here, and then just borrow one last piece, probably this bit here where I can get to it easily. I need to tile under all of there anyway, and I want to redo these support beams as well to reduce the number on there, because it doesn't need anywhere near as many of those. So we're going to work on doing that next, and then we can finally get this raised train line all connected together for the first time in our Gotham City. And I've just come across a box of these flexi pieces of track here, and that's perfect. I've got enough here now to get the subway all completed, as I borrowed the pieces to get the track sorted at the raised train line. And the raised train line for the first time is all connected the entire way round now. All I need to do is get the mills plate back in here so that the track can sit on it. And the same down there, I need to put some supports under that corner there as it's just floating at the moment. But it's so nice seeing that all together. And it's nice knowing also that I can get the track at the bottom here all connected together as well. So that's what I'm going to work on next. I'm going to remove the support pillars here, or the ones going across. The ones below are absolutely fine as they are. Just want to amend it so I can get my hands in there that little bit easier. Want to tile off underneath the railway track that's there at the moment, just so it's in the same style as we've got everywhere else, and also so I can connect it where it goes around the 90 degrees. There's a couple of plates where it does actually connect together. So let's get that all sorted, and once I've done so, I can start working on the support pillars just here. And unfortunately, this has taken a lot longer than I anticipated. We've had to knock down pretty much everything that was down this end. When I actually connected all the track up properly, this had actually come over by 2 studs, the new layout, and it meant that the train would have been hitting the town wall that was at the back there. So I've had to strip that off, and we're now just in the process of rebuilding all of the walls up that we want to have on here, and the support beams. The support beams, they don't normally take too long to put back together, but the brick wall here, a little bit more work involved with getting that all sorted. It'd be nice to get the support beams all finished up in this update so we can get the mills plate all back on here, and then finally work on the train station, which was what I was anticipating working on in this update. But yeah, the raised train line ended up doing that instead. But anyway, let's carry on building, and we'll check back in once we've got the support beams all in place. And that's the majority of the support pillars on that one all sorted. I want to do one more coming across here, but I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it off just yet. And the way I'm working at the moment, I'm going to keep knocking it if I start building up. So that's going to be the last part that I do. Next up, I'm just going to dismantle this section here. I need to move that wall out so it's level with the other one, get the support beams going across, and then we can finally get the mills plates all back in place. And here we have the support pillars all in place going across the top of the raised platform area. Just need to do some supports going down here on those 3 parts, put another beam going across here, and then do the edge along here, which would be in the light bluish grey, the same as what we've got just here. Now I've put these grill pieces on here, and I thought it'd be quite good to have some lights going through the Technic hole just there. I think that's just going to give it a little bit of a atmosphere on that part of the build. And down here, I've put the tan wall in as I had previously. And yeah, really happy with how this is all coming along. So let's get those support beams all in place, and that's that job done. And it's finally completed. All of the support struts all in place. And this area here has just taken me probably about 2.5 hours. And it was one plate out, and I just could not work out where it was. But eventually sussed out what the problem was, so it's taken a lot longer than I was expecting. I was hoping to get the subway train running around in this update, however I haven't got any batteries, so next time I pop down the shops I will get some of those. But it's so nice to see this structure all completed again, and using a lot less bricks as well, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to get my hands in there to do things should I need to do so. But let's bring the mills plates back over here and get this section finally covered up. And there are the mills plates all in place, and I need to do a little bit of work on this section just here in the next update. I need to bring it back this way by about 5 studs just so the train line can go through the tunnel section. Now I also need to build a mills plate to go along here, just using some of the 16 wide base plates, but I'm just thinking about how I want the train station to look. Originally I was planning on having the entrance here, so you went into it that way. However, with the bridge being this close, I think it's going to look better having it there. So you would go into the train station and then down to that part, or straight up to there. So again, it's going to give me a little bit more interest with the train stations. It's going to look totally different to how I was originally visualising it. So that is one structure I can't wait to get started on. What I also want to work on in the next episode, as well as the bridge here, is getting the raised train line operational as well. So again, that was something I was hoping to get done in this update. However, due to all of the structural problems I had with this part here, getting it right, it's just taken a lot longer than expected, and also needing to move the bridge as well. But we're very close to connecting the 2 bits of track up, and then we can get the train running around the raised train line as well, and find out whether or not it is strong enough. I've never used a Lego train before, and certainly not a raised train line, so it's going to be quite interesting to see that going around. I know I've still got to put some support pillars on the corners, like over there as well. So again, they're sort of things I do need to put in there, because I don't think it will take the weight of the train once it goes around. Now, I'm really happy with the arches that I've made over on the raised train line over there. I think they've got a real Gotham-like feel to them. And I would like to do some more along here. However, I need to order in some more of the 3x2 inverted dark bluish grey slopes, as I can't find any more in my collection. So we get some more of those in, and once we've done so, we'll build the arches up on there. I can get the bottom sections done, I think. I've got all the pieces for that, so I might get those done, and then we just do the very top bit further down the line once we place the next Lego order. Anyway, that's all we have time for. I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think would be interested in building Gotham City in Lego, if you can share the channel with them, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for popping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.